Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine being in prison, right? Serving a long sentence, and then your lawyer claims you've been intentionally given, well, a life-threatening dose of medication by the very people meant to care for you. I mean, it's quite something. Today, we're doing a deep dive into these really concerning recent health and legal claims around the musician R. Kelly while he's incarcerated.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? How just one single incident, like the one reported here, can suddenly open up so many questions. Questions about, inmate care, legal advocacy, the whole justice system, really. Our mission today is basically to examine the claims presented in our source, which is a news article from today's paper, dated June 17th, 2025.
Exactly. And for you listening, we want this deep dive to really distill the most important facts so you can quickly grasp the key details, the implications of what's being claimed here, without getting lost in maybe conflicting reports or background noise. So the article jumps right into this immediate crisis. It lays out a timeline. R. Kelly, he's 58 now, serving that 30-year sentence for sex trafficking and racketeering. He was put in solitary confinement. This was in his North Carolina prison cell back on June 10th, 2025.
Right, that's the starting point. Then, fast forward 2 days, June 12th, and apparently things escalated.
Oh.
According to this report, he was given additional medication, and this is where his lawyer, Bo B. Brindley, steps in, claiming it led to a dangerous overdose, causing dizziness, fainting, even vision loss, before Kelly was rushed to Duke University Hospital on June 13th.
And the source really emphasizes the severity. It says, doctors at Duke University Hospital reportedly confirmed Kelly got a, quote, life-threatening dose of medication, and they kept him there under observation for 2 whole days. That phrase, life-threatening dose, I mean, it really stands out, doesn't it? It suggests something really critical happened.
It absolutely does,
Yeah.
yeah. And, well, that leads us straight into the core of the lawyer's very serious allegations. Brindley asserts this overdose was, quote, not accidental. He directly states they gave him an amount of medicine that could have killed him.
And what's really striking, or at least what the article highlights, is how this connects to previous claims from his legal team. Apparently, just days before this alleged overdose, they'd already claimed that prison officials were plotting to harm him. So this isn't coming out of nowhere, according to them.
No, not according to the source anyway. It provides more context. Those earlier claims apparently included allegations of a conspiracy involving, get this, prison staff and white supremacist groups trying to kill him. And importantly, the article notes another inmate, Michael Glenn Stein, reportedly backed up these claims, which, according to the report, is actually why Kelly was put in solitary in the first place. So it suggests a pattern, or at least an alleged pattern of threats leading up to this.
Okay, so you have these really extraordinary allegations, a deliberate overdose, prior threats. So what does this all mean for his, his overall health right now and his current situation? What else happened?
Well, the article states that while Kelly was actually in the hospital, doctors found more issues. They reportedly discovered blood clots in both of Kelly's legs and lungs. And critically, they were recommending immediate surgery, which sounds pretty urgent.
Immediate surgery. Okay. And this is where the lawyer's claims get, really contentious, right? Because despite these serious findings, these blood clots, the doctors wanting surgery, Kelly's lawyer claims that prison officials forcibly removed him from the hospital against medical advice and then returned him to solitary confinement. Forcibly removed against medical advice. I mean, that's a powerful claim in itself, especially given the context.
It is. If we connect this to the bigger picture, what this alleged forced removal really highlights, it raises a really important question about the standard of medical care in prisons and prisoner rights generally, especially when you have allegations this serious swirling around.
Yeah.
It puts the medical professional's judgment potentially at odds with the correctional facility's authority.
Yeah, you can see how fast this escalates, from a reported medical emergency to this really complex legal and, frankly, ethical challenge. So given all that, what's the immediate goal for his legal team now?
Well, the article's clear on that. They are now seeking emergency release to home confinement.
Okay, home confinement. And what's their argument for that?
Their core argument, as the source lays it out, is basically that the conditions in solitary confinement, combined with the medical treatment, or lack thereof, that Kelly has allegedly received, it places his health in serious jeopardy. And they're citing those alleged threats to his life in prison as part of that argument.
Right, so you can see how all these pieces, the overdose claim, the prior threats, blood clots, the alleged removal from hospital, it all feeds into this push for release. Our goal today, as you can see, was just to make sure You walk away informed about all these reported details, how they fit together. So just to quickly recap the really surprising points here, we've got the alleged life-threatening overdose, these claims of a conspiracy to harm him, then the discovery of serious new medical issues, the blood clots, and finally that controversial claim of being returned to solitary against medical advice. It's a lot.
It really is.
Yeah.
And thinking about it, based on the source material, it does make you consider a broader question, doesn't it? When claims like this surfaced, internal threats, medical neglect within prisons, how do we actually ensure accountability? And importantly, independent oversight for people who are incarcerated. It's just such a complex intersection of, well, justice, health, and basic human rights that it goes way beyond this one specific case.
That's a really important point to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope you feel much more informed now about this unfolding story and, yeah, the significant questions it brings up.